Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on? This is A.L. Johnson with Elevated Men. I'm here with my brother Leron Barnes for our new segment, Motivational Moments. You know, when it comes to Monday, everybody's like, hey, let me get fired up. I want to get ready. But we believe that if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And so the weekend isn't about, pulling yourself into a slump like a lot of people do. We get lazy, we get off of our routine. And then Monday, we're groggy. We don't have the energy that we need to really attack the week. And so instead of motivational Monday, we have motivational moments on Sunday to get you mentally, physically, and spiritually prepared for the week. And so how you doing this morning, brother?
Listen, I am doing so doggone amazing. First of all, Sunday is my favorite day of the week. Let me go ahead and say that first. So listen, I'm ready, fired up to really get this show going and rolling.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're just with you for 30 minutes on this Sunday morning because we know you got things to do. We're just here to get you fired up and put a couple thoughts on your mind. Good morning to Melvin Brown. Thank you for tuning in. Please share this with your network. Man, we absolutely love you. We appreciate your support. Today, we're going to be talking about how to overcome negative self-talk and achieve your goals. And so, Brother Leron, he gave me a few notes this morning. I'm just going to ask him some questions, and I'm going to allow him to do his thing because he is our resident motivational speaker and life coach. He's very good at what he does. And so make sure you take out a pen and a paper and take notes. You don't want to miss any of this. So let's jump right into it. First, man, what is this title about? Overcoming self-talk and achieving your goals. How do those two things intertwine?
Well, first of all, thank you, Andrew, man. Overcoming negative self-talk and achieving your goals, they are so intertwined with each other because honestly, the reason why most of us have a challenging time achieving our goals, achieving our dreams, achieving the things that we put in front of us is because of what we're unconsciously saying to ourselves. Again, hear me, I said unconsciously. Many times we don't even know we're saying things that are limiting us. We call those limiting beliefs, beliefs that limit us from moving forward, from making progress. So when you have a goal and a dream to go ahead and make $100,000 in your business, shoot for 1 million, shoot for whatever number that is, or you have goals and dreams to step in a new field, career field, try a new venture of success or whatever that is, you got to understand that negative self-talk is coming. You're going to remind yourself of all the doubts, fears, insecurities you have, reasons why you shouldn't go after it, reasons why it won't work out for you. So it's very important when it comes to achieving your goals and dreams and success.
I get that. I get that. Absolutely. So you gave us 5 steps. The first step is identifying what you believe. What is that all about?
Well, again, Andrew, that's very good. We've got to first identify what we believe. What have you been saying to yourself? That's the question. One of the most harmful words I've ever heard people say is I can't. Yeah. I tell my children, come on now, don't say that around here. No, I can't. Don't say that around this house. That's a bad word around here. The word we say is how can I?
I love that. I love that. Yeah, it's about reframing it. You know, like you said, a lot of times we say we can't, but we're not solution focused. I can't is a defeated standpoint. And so as soon as you say I can't, you're defeated. When you say how can I, it opens up your mind to the possibilities. I love that.
Come on, come on. And it's very important because a lot of us suffer from possibility blindness. We can't see ourselves really achieving the success we desire. Or we're so focused on the obstacles that are going to be in our way up until we reach that level of success. And when we focus on the obstacles and not the solutions, not the prize, not the end goal, that's when we begin to slow ourselves down. That's when we are unconsciously saying things to ourselves that are saying, I can't, maybe not now. This is too hard.
Right. It's like we want to be results focused. We definitely want to focus on results. But at the same time, we have to fall in love with the process. That's a very important part of it. I'm in the insurance business, and so I tell my sales agents, don't focus on, how many sales you want to make. Focus on the activity to get there. And so, if the goal is to make $100 a day, make $100 a day, win, lose, or draw. If you get 3 or 4 sales in the first 20 or 30 calls, that means that now you've exponentially increased your potential for the day. Right. But what a lot of people do is they say, well, I made 20, 30 calls and maybe I haven't got anyone. Now those limiting beliefs come in. It's like, well, shoot, I only got so many calls left. And so what can I achieve in these few calls? And so it's really about focusing on the process and falling in love with that. Once you fall in love with the process, that gives you the energy and the fuel to continue moving forward, regardless of the outcome. And so it's a lot of, it's hard to do, but it's really just a shift in your mindset, like you said earlier, from I can't to how can I. So it's the exact same thing. I love that. I love that. Keep going, bro. Keep going.
I love it. So again, it's identify what you are saying to yourself. And you have to get silent in your own mind sometimes. You have to back up, listen to what you're saying, and then ask yourself, why am I saying it? Find out why you believe that. And you'll find out it's a lot of our doubts. I can't. I'm not good enough. Well, I don't know have the education. I don't know how. A lot of times we are saying those things in our mind. We don't say it out loud. And when we say that in our mind, then we begin to act out what we are saying. We begin to speak limiting beliefs that stop us from achieving our goals and success. So that's good, man. Absolutely.
Yeah,
identify yourself.
Yeah, we underestimate the power of our subconscious. We think about how we talk and we say things out loud, but that internal dialogue is almost more powerful because it's what people don't see and what they don't hear that affects us the most. Like that is the real, it's just like the mask that we wear when it comes to our emotions and when it comes to our mental health. We can appear that everything is okay on the outside. We can smile, we can do all those things, but that internal dialogue is the truth. And so you have to change that internal dialogue, not just what you say on the outside. Man, let's get to the next one, man. We got about 20 minutes left. Okay, so the second one, you said change what you say to yourself. Talk to us about it.
Boom. Literally, right after we identify what we are saying to ourselves, we got to change it. We got to say things that actually make us feel good. See, a lot of times, Andrew, what I found out is that many people are saying what they want to make them feel good. They say things that I'm the best there ever was. They don't believe that. No, I am the greatest. You don't believe that yet. No, say things that make you feel good. Say things that are true to you. I'm getting better. I see improvement. Okay. And these are what I call stepping stones to where you can say things like, I'm the best there ever was. I'm cold at this. Now you can say things like that. But if you first identify it and now you can change it, say things that make you feel good. And that's actually what gets us the motivation, that gets us excited. That gives us what we need. Excitement is the fuel we need to keep consistent. We got to stay excited about this thing, but we got to say things that make us excited. Say things that make us feel good.
Yeah,
so
I 100% agree with that. And sometimes we try to skip the process. We try to go from A to Z and we skip A, B, C, and D. And if you think about it, if you had a cliff on one side and a cliff on the other side, that's a big jump. That's a big jump, right? And so when we're able to take those individual steps along the way, it helps us build confidence because I was able to complete step 1, then 2, then 3. But to jump all the way to Z, you're going to fall in the pit in the middle. And that pit is despair. That pit is failure. That pit is I give up and I don't want to try anymore. And so before we move on, I want to say hello, what's up to Keith Cooper. That is one of my brothers from another mother. We appreciate you tuning in and thank you for tagging your network. We're really grateful for that. Man, let's keep this going. So you said that the way that you talk to yourself is extremely important. What are some tools that have helped you know what to say to yourself, right? Is it like that you read books or? Where does this dialogue come from?
Well, one of the things that I do is, and I tell people to do is, you have to saturate your mind. You have to saturate your mind with, for example, I listen to a lot of audio, a lot of self-talking. It's called Dr. Hamstead, I believe it is. He has this program called Self-Talk, and it repeats the same things over and over and over and over and over again. And I listen to motivation on YouTube. When I'm in my car driving, I'm listening to Les Brown. I'm listening to preaching. I'm listening to audible books. I'm saturating my mind with knowledge, with wisdom. I'm saturating my mind with things that will help me to see myself in the light that the world tries to dim. And so you're right. It's affirmation. Affirm yourself. Don't wait for others to affirm you. Tell yourself who you are. I'm great. I'm amazing. I'm cold at what I do. Affirm yourself. A lot of times, Andrew, we wait for other people to affirm us. Nah, bro. Listen, you got to affirm yourself before somebody else affirms you. You got to believe that you deserve it. And so, self-talk. Tell yourself who you are. And don't let nobody tell you nothing different.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to Jay Todd. We appreciate your comment. He said, glad to be here. Definitely affirmations as well as proclamations about who you want to be and what you want to achieve. It's absolutely important. One of my favorite Bible verses is, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Like, think about that. Fearfully, that means like God created me so well that it's scary. You know what I mean? And the other thing you were talking about is the small steps. James Clear has a book called Atomic Habits, and he talks about getting 1% better every day. And we underestimate those incremental improvements. But when you think about 1% a day, it's 365 days a year. If you were 3 times better by the end of the year than you are right now, what does that look like? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Man, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's very good. I love that book, Atomic Habits. This is so powerful, you all. One of the greatest ways to make progress is cinch by cinch, because cinch by cinch is an inch. How do you eat an elephant, Andrew?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time. And a lot of times we look at our projects holistically, our goals holistically. We look at it as it's so big that I don't know how I'm going to get there. What's the things to do in order to achieve my goals and my dreams? And the truth is, it's cinch by cinch. It's doing the little things. You know what gets me up to move, Andrew, when I have a hard time moving, brother? That gets me to take action? When I don't want to sit in front of my computer to get an assignment done because I'm very anxious and I can't sit there for long because I got things to do, other things on my mind. What I do, bro, is I come in here, look at my computer, set up the website that I'm supposed to get on, and walk away.
Okay.
And when I sit down, it's already in front of me. So then I'm on the project I'm going to work on, so I can start working on that. So again, it's the little things. It's the small things. So we got to change what we say. Identify what we say. Change what we say into something that we can actually believe and makes us feel good. Not that we want to believe, something we actually believe. It makes us feel good. And number 3 is we have to act on what we say.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you there. For those of you that are just tuning in, this is Motivational Moments with Leron Barnes. He's our resident life coach, as well as motivational speaker. This is how we get fired up for the week. We don't worry about getting motivated on Monday. We want to be there before we get there. And so we start on Sunday. We got another comment from Jay Todd. He said, I'd love to join you fellas in this combo if possible. This is great. Thank you so much. We appreciate the compliment. And absolutely, we're always looking for more men who are elevating themselves and others. And so I've definitely seen your work. Keith Cooper, he sent me your information. I checked you out. Also, congratulations on the radio play for your music. That's huge. Congratulations, brother. We'll be in touch. So again, this conversation is about how to overcome self-talk and achieve your goals. Step one was identifying what you believe. Step two, change what you say to yourself. And now it's about acting on what you say. Talk to us.
Now, after we say the things that make us feel good and we've identified exactly our excitement point, now we got to act on what we say. Act when we say the thing that makes us feel good. Act in the moment. See, when you gotta cook the eggs when the skillet is hot. A lot of times we are excited and ready to go, but we don't act in the moment of the excitement. And because we don't, the momentum fails. The momentum drains. It goes down. We got to act in the moment of excitement. Don't worry about the distractions. Don't be so excited that you're excited about the excitement and you never act.
Whoa, slow down, because you actually said something major there. A lot of people do that. We get excited, we get hyped up, and then we say tomorrow. And really, we should be saying right now. And so at the moment that you feel that excitement, when you're at your highest height, you're like, oh, I can do this. Get out of your head and get into action.
Come on. Out of your head into action. That's the perfect time to act, when you're excited. A lot of times, again, people wait till their excitement dies down because they say, okay, now tomorrow, like you said, I'm going to get into this thing. But tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow never comes. Something can happen tomorrow that drains your energy because you didn't expect it to happen. Act in the moment. Cook the eggs when the skillet is hot.
Listen, hey, I can tell your skillet is hot right now, so we're going to keep you cooking, bro. We're going to keep you cooking. Let's move on to number 4. Step 4, talk out loud against negative self-talk. What does that mean?
Ooh. One of the most powerful things I've learned, Andrew, was how to talk back to myself. See, when I was raised on don't talk back to your parents. Don't talk back to your elders. But guess what? I want to tell you all today who is listening, talk back to yourself. By identifying the negative self-talk, step number 1, that's so powerful because if you don't identify what you're saying to yourself, you sure can't talk back to yourself. Whenever I have doubts, whenever I have fears, insecurities, whenever I say I'm scared, I don't know if I can do this. You know what I say out loud to myself? You're right. You don't know if you can do this, but you got this. It's okay, Leron. Put your best foot out there. Give it all you got. Yeah, you scared. Yeah, I'm scared. No, I don't know what's going to happen. I understand that, but I'm going to do it anyhow. And I talk to myself out loud, to my silent self in my mind. And it be saying a lot. I'm going to do this.
That's big because actually to increase belief and conviction in anything that we do, it's about the number of senses that we involve. And so when you think it in your head, that's one thing, that's that kind of that sixth sense. But I notice one thing that you do, you're very animated, right? And so when you get your body involved, your physiology involved, it comes out of your mouth. Now you're hearing your own voice in your ears. You're involving more of your senses. So it becomes more real. It becomes more of a real thing. I absolutely love that. Bro, we got 10 minutes left. I'm telling you, this 30 minutes goes by so quick, but it's so jam-packed with nuggets. I just love it. Every Sunday, 9 o'clock, people, put it on your calendar. So we got to move to the last one. Because I think this is important, and it may seem like a no-brainer, but I think this is where we dig in. And so let me recap. Identify what you believe. Change what you say to yourself. Act on what you say. And then when that doubt creeps back in, talk out loud against the negative self-talk. Step 5, repeat the process.
Just like that. Repeat the process. Consistency is the key that unlocks doors.
Say that again.
Consistency is the key that unlocks doors. See, a lot of time, the problem that most people have is a problem with consistency. They don't know how to do it over and over and over again until it becomes habit. And all a habit is when you do something so much that it doesn't take energy to do it anymore. It becomes easy. And so we got to repeat the process until the process becomes easy. And now when we put the process on any goal, any dream, anything that we're trying to obtain, it becomes easy. It's a no-brainer.
Shout out to Janae Petty. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you being here. For those of you that don't know, this woman has a very successful business. I believe it's called T-Shirts and Beyond. So if you have any printing needs, promotional things for your business, reach out to Janae Petty. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us today. She said she needed to hear this, and I did too. Even though I'm on here with the brother and I talk to him almost every day, I needed to hear this as well. This is how we get better and better. Let's see, J. Todd, repeat the process until the process becomes a habit. And habit is where the success lies. Think about it. It removes all of the energy that you have to put forward. Do you have to, let me ask you something, Leron. Do you have to like take a whole lot of mental energy to brush your teeth in the morning?
Not at all.
Like, do you like really got to think about it? Like, man, okay, I got to walk to the bathroom. I got to find the toothbrush. I got to get the toothpaste. Nah, it just happens because it's something that you do every day consistently. Right, just like at this point, going to the gym. Actually, on the day that I don't go to the gym, I feel awkward. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be at the gym right now. Something ain't right. And so we want to do that with the things that will push us furthest ahead in the things that we say we want to achieve. Right. One of the things that we have to really begin to do is be honest with ourselves and say, okay, I say that I want to achieve these goals. I've got them written down. I've made them plain. But does my time, the time that I spend, if someone were to look at my time, does it actually reflect my goals? If somebody were to follow you around all day and then look at your goal sheet, does it line up? And for most people, it doesn't. And so creating that habit of the steps that will make you successful that's where the rubber meets the road. What do you think about that?
Man, 1,000%. Look, our habits determine our lives. Our habits do. And so we got to grasp onto habits that are going to help us improve our lives. The habits that you have right now is the reason why you're in the situation you're in right now. The habits. If you have created habits that are going to propel you into the direction you really want to go, then it's an excited life you begin to live because now you're moving in the right direction. But if you're looking at your life, if you're looking at where you are on the journey, it's not about feeling bad where you are, but understand it's your habits that led you there. It's your not getting up on time. It's your not going to the gym when you know you need to go. It's being a procrastinator. That's a habit. You didn't get into procrastination just because one day. No, it was perpetual. It was doing it over and over again, not doing what you know you need to do when you need to do it. Keep on making excuses for yourself, even though those excuses are maybe legit to you in your own mind, but they're not producing results. I want results over legitimacy, and your results come by way of your habits.
Man, listen, this was fire. I love it. I love it. I love it. But as we say, we try to keep it to about 30 minutes. We got about 5 minutes left. And so before we get off of here, do you have any last thoughts pertaining to today's message?
Well, look, first of all, meet us here every Sunday because we're going to be really lighting some things up. We're going to be lighting some fireworks. But look, take these 5 steps. Take it. Identify what you believe. Change what you've been saying to yourself. Act on what you've been saying to yourself. Talk out loud against that negative self-talk and repeat the process. And use that on anything that you are wanting to do and you can't get yourself to do it, or you're uncomfortable, or you're nervous, or you're procrastinating. That's what you use this 5-step process for. On things you know you need to get done, but you're not doing it. Identify those things and you'll be successful.
I love it. I love it. Tell people how they can get in contact with you. If they need life coaching, if they need a motivational speaker, how do they get a hold of you?
Absolutely. You can actually find me on Facebook look me up at Leron the Motivator on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram at Leron the Motivator 2.0. Also, check my website. You can find me on my website at LeronDBarnes.com if you want to look on my website to find me on that way. And also Leron Barnes on my personal page where I go ahead and express my inner life.
Yes. Kareem Jackson, what's going on, bro? He said, I'm here for it. The Philippine Islands checking in. We ain't just in Kansas City. We ain't just in the US. We are global, baby.
What's
But
going on?
yeah, shout out to him. I want you all to support and follow Kareem Jackson. That brother does a lot of good things. He's actually the owner of Black Kansas City Magazine. He does that clear from the Philippines. And so very enterprising man, good heart. Definitely want you to follow him as well. Listen, before we get out of here, we have a few announcements. I want to make sure that you guys know what we have going on as Elevating Men. For those of you that don't know, we are a 501c3 organization. It is our goal to help men live happy, healthy, healed, and productive lives. Why? Because a strong body builds a strong mind, and a strong mind builds a strong spirit. We believe that stronger men build stronger families, and stronger families build stronger communities. And so that's our mission. It's community focused. It's about uplifting the man so that he can in turn uplift his family, and we can see a better community overall. Every Monday night, that means tomorrow, so go ahead and put this on your calendar. Monday night, 8:30 p.m., we do a panel. And so we have a panel discussion. We talk about various things from relationships to raising children to becoming the best version of yourself, mental health, the whole nine. You don't want to miss it. Every Monday night, 8:30 p.m. You can follow us on YouTube. We have special content on there. Just search Elevating Men. Follow our Facebook page because we want to keep you abreast of everything that we have going on. Now, on July 13th, let me get the flyer for you. We have our men's conference. So Elevating Men and the Oasis Church, we have been collaborating for the last couple of years. Every second Saturday of the month, we do a men's prayer breakfast. But this time, we're doing something a little different, and we're bringing a conference to you. This conference is going to be off the chain, right? It's going to be a ton of information that you need. We have Bank Midwest, who's going to be coming and teaching financial literacy. We have Simbi Holistic Health. They'll be doing blood pressure checks, A1C checks, allow you to really take a look at your health and see where you're at, which is so important, so important. We'll have therapists there. And so if you need to talk to a therapist, you need to book a session. Elevating Men does help subsidize the cost. And so we don't want any barriers for anyone that needs help. And we provide free breakfast and free entry, so it doesn't cost you a dime. It starts at 8:30 a.m. Doors open at 8:30. Come join us. RSVP by going to the Elevating Men page and just saying, hey, I need 3 seats because I don't want you to come alone. I want you to bring a friend. So make sure you check that out. Next announcement. We have a gospel stage play. Oh, I can't wait for that. July 26th through the 28th. It's called It's Not Ministry, It's Competition. It talks about the competition that goes on amongst the churches that shouldn't be there because we should be all about collaboration instead. You know what? We actually have a couple other announcements, but I think I'm going to save. No, I'm going to give them one more. So in the month of August, we're going to be doing the Elevating Men Book Club. And so our very own A.L. Boykin has a book called The Top 10 Reasons Why Men, or I, refuse to say that I love you. And so that's going to be over 5 weeks. We're going to be going through that book and really talking about it. When I tell you, this book is the most transparent book about love and relationships that you will ever read. And so if you want to be a part of that, again, you can RSVP. Just go to the Elevating Men page, drop us a note, and we'll get that information for you. Last thing that we're going to talk about today, there's always stuff going on with Elevating Men. We're going to keep some stuff in the bag. But on July 27th, there's going to be a mental health panel. I'll be a part of that panel. Leron, do you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Look, y'all don't want to miss this. It's called Removal of the Mask, Superhero Syndrome. And yes, we're going to definitely have a panel with yours truly, Andrew Johnson. He's going to be on the panel. Myself, I'm going to be on the panel. And it's really going to be about removing the mask. We put on so many masks. Gotta ask you, we put on a mask when we go to work. We put on a mask when we come home. We put on a mask about our emotions and our feelings and all that. So we want to remove the mask and put down the weight. We are not the superhero. So if you are feeling any of that, which I think we all felt that at some point, you need to be there. You can get your tickets on Everbright as well. Excuse me, I keep saying Everbright. Eventbrite, and we'll put that in the link as well.
All right, all right. So we have hit our time. Listen, we appreciate each and every one of you that commented, that shared, that liked, or just watched. Make sure that you tune in next Sunday, same time, same place, right here with Elevating Men and Leron the Motivator. This has been Motivational Moments. We'll see you next time.